Damn. That car has some power.
I know, right?
It's like wrestling a snake while being attacked by a bear to drive that car. I was sitting at a stoplight with this, and you just can't resist revving it because it just goes.
Oh. Well, what are your thoughts?
There's such different personalities, you know? The Chevelle is a real hairy-chested, like shaking car, big motor. The Corvette's almost like dainty. It's got a thin steering wheel, and it's got like a really delicate shifter. Totally different experience. I mean, I really love this for the power, for the sort of like I'm about to commit a crime or something feeling, which is actually, it's pretty good. Whereas this, it's fast, but it's sporting, smaller, it's a little more complete. I like that it has period tires and all that, but you can feel they're skinny. Like there's not, you don't have a lot of rubber on the road with that car. And so it makes you realize that even the racers in those days were heroes.
Oh yeah. Back in the day, this is what race car drivers, astronauts, the elitist of the elitist bought this 63 Corvette. That's who owned these cars, that's who drive these cars. And realistically, I guess, do you want to be in that mold?
Or you're a race car driver. This car is nasty. The horsepower, the grit in the teeth, the burnouts, blop, blop, the show. That's why this one fits you.
Right here is where it all started.
You're both right. I want to be the astronaut in that car in the 60s. I also want to be the stunt driver, burnouts at every intersection, bad boy. It's so difficult to choose between two cars like this because they sort of pull you in two directions. I can see myself some days in the Chevelle and other days driving the Stingray. It's a tough choice, man. They're different aspects of the man I want to be. But I gotta say, if I only take one of them home, I gotta go with the Corvette. Oh, you guys had a side bet.
Yeah, nice choice.
Ultimately, I chose the Corvette because it definitely hit the mark on the iconic American car I was looking for.
We're glad that you love the Corvette, but we're still working on your Camaro. We got the guys back in the shop, they're finishing it up, and I think you're gonna love it.
And we're looking for one more car for you, and we're gonna let you know when we find it.
It's gonna be a hard choice, man. I mean, my finished Camaro, the Corvette, your next choice is like, the process is as much fun as any.
Andrew loved the Corvette, and we're really excited we were able to find that car that fit the 1960s style that he wanted.
But we're still on the hunt for that 68 C10 that reminded him of his childhood. Luckily, I got a lead from a guy that's got a 68 C10. I haven't seen any photos of it yet, so we're gonna go take a look at it and we're gonna cross our fingers that it's the one that we want.
That'll work.
When we got to the guy's house, pulled up, saw that truck in his garage, I thought, without a doubt, we're in the right place. So you built this truck then?
Yeah, it's a complete full frame-off restoration, powder-coated frame, all original on the outside, kind of that shop truck.
So I know when we talked on the phone a little bit, we didn't really talk price. What are you asking for this truck?
85.
85?
1,000?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, if I do 75 cash, would you do it?
Cash today.
Cash today.
Let's see the cash.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
He's gonna love it. He's gonna love it. Andrew, hey, this is Josh from Die Trying Auto. You said you'd be home this afternoon, so Trav and I are going to swing by because we have something we think you might want to see. We'll see you in a bit.
I don't know, I'm nervous. It's like, what? Holy!
So I know you had mentioned that you had a farm truck, 1968. It was the first one that you actually did your stunt with.
Well, wasn't supposed to be a stunt.
So this is what we have, is a straight up farm, still patinaed 1968 C10.
It's exactly what my dad's truck that I rolled over. Damn, that's amazing. But it doesn't look totally stock.
No, it's not. I mean, we wanted to find something that gave you that old farm truck memory. And so we found this truck. It's got the original paint still, but everything else on this truck has been redone.
Like, it's weird because it brings back memories of like this exact truck and me like being 7 years old and I'm behind that wheel around the field going fast enough to roll it.
Oh, you know what? It does do one more thing that's pretty cool, Travis. You
What's that?
you better show him.
Damn, look at the tuck. Holy smokes. Now it's a lowrider. Wow. I thought you did well with the Stingray, man. This is a totally different vehicle, but you kind of knocked it out of the park.
So in all, this was a good one for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, you think about it, like, we had some sentimentality in my Camaro, right?
Yeah.
But what's the one vehicle that could be more sentimental than the Camaro I've had for 20 years?
Gotta be the first one. So you liked option one, which was the Corvette, and now we have the truck, and the Camaro's almost done. So now you have 3 options to choose from.
So same value for any one of them. I can give you my Camaro, the finished Camaro, worth the same as this or the Corvette.
Yep.
That's not gonna be an easy decision, man. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight thinking about it.
Well, that's the idea.
Not to make it any harder, we don't want you to lose any sleep, but you do need to go drive this truck right now.
You don't have to twist my arm very hard. All right,
Awesome.
just fire it up.
Yep, fire it up.
I've never gone down into a pickup truck before. It blows me away not only that this truck exists, but that these guys found this truck, because it's so much like my identity. It's so perfect for me. The biggest problem now is that I've got a lot to think about. I love this Chevy C10 pickup. It's kind of more tailored to me. I love the Corvette, and yet they're just finishing my Camaro. I got to see that car too. I've got a lot of hard decisions to make in the near future.
Andrew's Camaro is almost complete. I think Andrew's going to be really happy with this car. Tomorrow we're going to meet up with him, present him with all 3 cars, and see which one he picks.
He wanted us to install a more powerful engine and high-performance rear axle, but since we were already putting in a new rear end, I decided to go over budget and spend an additional $20,000 and update the entire underside of the car, including the front subframe and suspension.
It ended up costing us another $20,000 out of pocket. It's not something that we're going to charge him for, but we wanted it done right.
If he decides to trade in this car and we end up with it, we'll be able to resell it easier and make more money out of it. It's a little bit of a risk, but I'm willing to take it.
I want Andrew to pick the car that he wants, but I really hope he picks the Corvette or the truck. I want to keep the Camaro, not only because we invested our own money, but the car really turned out great and we put a lot of hard work into it.
So today's the day that Andrew gets to pick one of the cars that we got for him.
We got the 63 Corvette, the 68 C10, and we also have his Camaro finished. It's in the trailer ready to show him.
All right, Andrew, it's time for you to make the most difficult decision you've always wanted to make.
Yeah, bring it on.
All right, let's do this.